Hey folks, it is the most dreaded day of the year. That's right, moving day. Here comes one of the moving vessels right now. We're just fresh back from our trip from Laos, from upcountry. Today is the 29th. We got to be out by the 1st. We got to start moving. Of course, you're watching this a week later, but that's how busy we've been. But anyway, we'll do our best. Lon's already made a couple trips there in the Saling. She's got it loaded up for like a third trip, and I'll do my first trip in the truck. And then the idea was to get as much of this done ourselves before we call in the big guns, the big heavy moving truck to take all the big stuff and the movers. But we've got basically 2 days to do this, the 29th and the 30th. So we'll do our best. Anyway. Long way to go, short time to get there. Let's get on down the road. Told her this morning before she started, you need gas. I said it's going to need gas. It's on empty. She's done, I think this is her third or fourth trip, no gas. She hasn't gotten gas. It was already empty before. She may not even make it. And we're off. No bill of lading, no weight stamp, no weight ticket, nothing. I just got a full load here and heading down the road for about a mile. I think if we did I don't know, maybe worked about a good solid 2 hours a day. Maybe that's 2 loads a day with the truck and the Saling. I think in 2-3 days we'd be to the point where we're ready for the big truck, and I would just sit back and watch them do all the heavy lifting. It's not going to take long. That was the plan, to do it like little piecemeal, work a couple hours a day. But I think Lon's pulling like an 8-hour day today. Like she's racing to get it done for whatever reason. I don't know. All right, we're here now for the back up to the loading dock, and then we'll have the lumpers go ahead and start unloading. So there's the wall. The wall turned out good. They painted it smooth as glass actually for a block wall, and so it's all done. Looks very nice, very professional. Very nice, easy slide gate. A gate at the other house is so hard, Lon can barely get it moving some days. Starting to look like home already. We got the house plants over here. Very nice. All right, I guess I should do some work. So yesterday, they bought us a refrigerator. We have one. We have a big one already, but I guess they wanted one for the house. And we put drinks in it. It's a small one. And they bought us a small table and chairs for the kitchen. A little kitchenette set. And on a sofa, a pretty big sofa. I don't know, we might move that into my office. I like the sofa in the office. We like to sit in the office in the afternoon. That's where, because it's usually the smallest room in the house. And during the heat of the day, 2 o'clock to say 6 o'clock, that's where we are. And watch TV, whatever, do our own things, but in the office, in the air condition. So the sofa would go good in there maybe. The Wi-Fi is tomorrow, and we'll be all set up. Like the curtains they did too. There's nice big plastic rings in them. It's very nice, very modern looking. Goes with the house, blue. Everything's white except the curtains. That's the office, by the way. That's where I'll spend most of my time. And the kitchen, where Lana will spend most of her time. The electric meter's on the house, though. Usually that's like outside the house, isn't it? I don't know, it's right here. And there's a water meter over there on the other side of the house, but all the meters, in other words, for anybody to read the meter, unless it's a wireless thing, which I doubt that is, they have to come into the premises to check the meters. So I'm not sure how that'll work. All unloaded. The landlord's here, he came by, but we got to come back at 6 p.m. That's when his wife is off work, and we'll square away all the money then. They're just starting early. And when she gets off, we'll be back. Meantime, we're going to go get something to eat. I'm starving. And not right for Lon to cook while we're moving. Yesterday, we did the same thing while she was packing. We just go out to the little restaurant here. We can both usually have lunch for both of us for about 100 baht, and it's good, very good. I'll show you. But anyway, the water here is almost dried up. In fact, on the far ones, it's all gone already. And next door this way, the water's gone already. We've had several dry days, although we did get a little bit of rain yesterday, not much. Back with another load, the evening load. Took a little afternoon siesta. Lon's ahead of me. She's ahead of me, tying up traffic in the Saling with her load. And then tonight we'll get the key from the guy and do all the paperwork. And then maybe tomorrow will be the big moving day, hopefully. So far, so good. All the best laid intentions and plans. We'll see that all come crashing down tomorrow. But until then, while we square this last-minute load away, let's take a look at a hamburger contest we had. I was actually a judge at said contest at a bar right here on the beach. So, best burger on the beach. So that's right, best burger on the beach. Now, I usually refrain from saying anything's the best or, the best of something because it's just my opinion. And everybody's opinion is different. However, in this case, the way this hamburger contest was done is a lot more scientific. There's a panel of 5 judges for starters, and it's not all the same type of people. I mean, there's different ages, there's different nationalities. There's a Thai national in the group there, so men and women, American, English, Australian, etc., Thai. So you get a lot of different perspectives. All the judges, myself included there, were given these clipboards with score sheets. So we're judging the presentation, we're judging the bread, the toppings, of course the meat, the overall taste. So all that stuff, and of course some of it's subjective, but when you compare everybody's input, add all that up, I think you get a pretty good idea of which one is the best burger. I think the righteous one probably won. We'll take a look at it. And of course, the contestants, it's all done blindly. So we don't know who's prepared what burger. They just gave each burger a number. If you entered, you might have been number 1 or you might have been number 3. It doesn't matter. We didn't know who prepared the burgers, where they came from. Some of these burgers were restaurants, local restaurants. Other ones were just people for bragging rights. Hey, I had the best burger on the beach, whatever. Like I said, anybody who wanted could enter. So we were served the burgers. They usually gave us 2 burgers. Some are bigger than others, but with a panel of 5, we just cut them up. We can't eat a whole burger for each one. We had 5 different entries. So I think for most of them, we cut them in quarters. So we still ended up eating over a burger each. And I think that the various participants also cooked some extra burgers for the crowd on hand here, because it drew quite a crowd here at the Sun Moon Bar. We're right here on the beach at the Sun Moon Bar. And a pretty big expat type event here, best burger on the beach. So well attended. But anyway, there was a variety of different burgers. There was every taste imaginable. This lady actually has a shop here. I think we've been there before, called the Stay Cafe. She makes a blue cheeseburger. So that's for one set of tastes. Some other people may not care for that, but some people put bacon on theirs. Most all of them, I believe, had cheese on it, cheese of one kind or another. There's many different kinds of cheeses, and many different kinds were used. So we also had this piecemeal. We didn't have them all at the same time, so we could cleanse our palate between burgers, between the various entries. That one looks good. I think this was actually the runner-up. So at the end of the time, they were all scored. They were all the scores were added up, and even at the very last, we didn't know who had won, even though we scored. We were the scores. It's just all individual judges scoring, and that had to be all added up, tabulated, and then a winner was chosen. So there you go. That's entry number 1, but I think it's our last burger. I think that might have been the winning burger. So yeah, I think actually I picked the winning burger. At the end of the time, the one I liked the best, gave the highest marks to, I think, is the one that won. But anyway, we'll take a look at the best burger on the beach here. We'll see who the big winner is.
That is a tasty breakfast. In burgers, if you guys wouldn't mind standing up, so we know who you are. Don't believe it when you see a sign that says best burger on the beach, because we know what it is right here, right now, at this moment.
So I guess all of the participants are kind of winners in their own right. All the burgers were very decent, but there can only really be one actual winner from the tabulation of all the judges' score sheets. So it's down to the last 2 people standing. We'll see who the big winner is. There you go, the lovely Miss Claire, the big winner. She produced the best burger on the beach. I believe all of the participants got shirts, got T-shirts about the best burger on the beach contest. So they all walked away with something, I guess, and a very nice event. So we'll leave the Sun Moon Bar. We did this actually the night we got back from our Lao trip. But let's go back to the second day of this move and see how all that's coming. Day 2 here. That's it. That's all it's going to be. We're not getting a big truck, despite that's what I requested. We're going to do it all with 2 small trucks. A man and a woman, a neighborhood couple with their truck, and me with mine, and Lan with her Saling will move the whole thing. I've been running around all day with the Wi-Fi dilemma. I did learn a lot about different Wi-Fi packages and different options, and I think I got one pretty good, but anyway. That's a whole different story. Maybe I'll do something in the member section about that, because it is some useful information. But wow, it's been a long 2 days, and now the only thing that's really left is the big stuff. The furniture, the closets, the bed, the refrigerator, the washing machine, the big stuff. We'll cram all that in multiple loads of small trucks because she said it was expensive to hire a big truck. So good, we'll save money. We'll just take a little longer to do it, which I guess is okay. I don't know. She said he can move all that too. We'll see about that. I can't wait to see that. I think maybe one more good load each, then we might have this thing licked. Maybe one more good load each. We got the bed, and a bunch of small stuff, my desk, the bed, and a bunch of small stuff. I think we can get it one more load, but gotta take a little break first, get something to eat. They gotta pick up their kid from school, and we'll finish this up, and then tomorrow will be all like arranging all the stuff and putting everything away and establishing a place for everything and all that goodness. So we've got about a day to 2 days of that to look forward to. It's only Tuesday. I have all this wrapped up by the weekend. Now you're getting down to the nitty gritty when the bikes are moving. The guy's going to drive my truck, his wife's going to drive his truck, and I'm driving the bikes. So we're making progress.
So I may have been a little bit overly optimistic on how much we had left. We still had all Lon's sewing machines, all that gear. I forgot about that. The bed had to be taken apart. The headboard had to be taken off and the thing half apart so it would kind of go into a truck. So that monopolized more time. There was just more than I thought or considered. But anyway, we'll skip lunch. We'll just power right through the afternoon, and we'll see how much we can get done. We'll see if we can actually wrap this up on the 30th here, as the next day, the 1st, we're supposed to be out. Supposed to be out by the 1st.
I think that's it. I mean, once we get everything moved here again, another couple of days of sorting everything out. I don't think we could have asked for a hotter day, but we got the heat, but we didn't get any rain. That's a blessing. So finish this up if my back will handle it. And then get something to eat. We didn't eat. We just skipped lunch. We just worked through, which means we skipped breakfast, which means we haven't had anything to eat all day. Running on empty. So I got elected to go out and get some food. I'm just gonna do like carry out and go back so everybody has something to eat, because everybody's starving. Not gonna make it to the end without eating something. Still got a little bit to do. I think we still got one more truckload. Not a double, just a single, and probably a pretty quick one. So it's always that one last load.
That's right, or maybe 2 last loads. But anyway, the last load went pretty quick for this day. And before you knew it, it was sundown and the beer was pouring. The couple that helped us there with their truck, back and forth and lifting and carry all day, they asked for 1,000 baht. We gave them 1,500. I think everybody left happy.
Whoa, what a day yesterday. Our first night in the new house. I'll tell you a couple firsts. I slept all through the night last night. Wasn't woken up by roosters at 4 a.m. Nothing. I couldn't hear any. It was silent. When I opened my eyes in the morning, I could see light coming in. Some light coming in from the curtains. It was already time to wake up. Usually I wake up and it's not even time to wake up yet because of the noise outside. And I just edited a video, my first video here, got the office all set up last night. And I got through that whole process without the power blinking. The power would often blink at the other house just for a second, but that's enough to disturb what you're doing and have to restart and all that stuff. Anyway, start putting everything away. Lon's been a busy beaver all morning this morning, but there's still like tons of stuff to put away. It's like a never-ending, it feels like a never-ending process.
Right, it sure does feel like that. But by this point, we're about almost a week later, about 5 days later, and I guess we're about 90% settled in. Some of this still has to be unpacked, but we're making big progress. But wouldn't you know, even with all this stuff, you always forget something. We ended up having to go back.
The tires. We didn't take the tires. If you watched, we got new tires for the truck, I don't know, a couple episodes ago, and Lon wanted the old tires, and She ended up leaving them here. We had to come back today and get them. A couple other little bits and bobs. My trimmer. Anyway, that's it. We are done here. It's all done. Oh, he's also cleaned out the whole garden. There was a bunch of stuff growing there. Just cleaned that all out. Wow. He didn't let any grass grow under his feet. He's got this house next door. He could have been rented. That thing's been vacant now for a month or two. No takers on that either. Anyway, we did a year here, actually a little over a year, and happy to be at the new place.
Yes, indeed, very happy. You know, one of the things you have to do when you move is you got to kind of restock your refrigerator. We kind of had to trip and we just let everything run down, but we went to get some produce the following day. Look at this. This is a real find. If the people that live here can verify, look at this. Look at these tomatoes. You just do not find nice big tomatoes like this. These are kind of the kind of tomatoes I'm used to back in Maryland where I'm from, but very rare to find big ones like that here in Thailand. But anyway, they've planted some rice here next to the house since we moved. We're about 90% settled in, maybe 85%, but we're getting there. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the episode. Something else next time, but for this one, from the rice field here, I gotta go ahead and leave it off right here.
And as usual, I'll thank you for watching. And until next time, bye for now.